Okay, welcome back. You're with us here on Bazaar Morning Call. Let's just look at the SGX Nifty, which was indicating a flattish kind of start. It's 50 points, so not that flat, but 0.25% is all that SGX is indicative of. Guys, all our lives in terms of reporting on news, especially regarding US, is going to get interesting over the next 1 year. You have Donald Trump, who's thrown his hat in the ring once again for presidentship. Elections are still in 2024, so there is full 1 year ahead. But I think this is significant. Between, if you guys remember, 2016 to 2020, right? Of course, he was on Twitter back then, and that was the primary source of kind of him getting to his followers, getting to the public, etc. But that was one crazy time. He's not on Twitter now, and I think, at least to my mind, the question is, a presidential candidate in the US who's been president before, will he get back on Twitter?
Absolutely.
I mean, one would think so, right?
Trying to make America great again, right?
Make America great again. MAGA,
do all
right?
those dance steps and all that.
I mean, one way or the other, right? It's going to get interesting. By the way, from a market perspective, markets always like a Republican presidency. That's been always true going back decades. So, interesting to watch. He's not, the point is he's in a weakened position. Maybe that's why he's announced the candidacy now, because the midterms, Republicans did far worse than what they expected to do. So people are not throwing in the support for him. But this is Donald Trump we're talking about.
There's also a lot of political vulnerability currently, right, over there, and there's escalating criminal some investigations against him as well. Amidst all of this, here comes that nomination.
Yeah, I think that midterm performance actually is, that's the one that made him push in the candidature. Otherwise, because they were expected to do very, very well, and that came as a root shock.
Rumal dalna, right? you put in the rumal, and you've announced your candidacy. All right, so that's out of the US, but let's bring in our technical experts for some trading ideas this morning. Mitessh Thakkar is with us. Proprietor at earningswaves.com, and Sudarshan Sukhani is technical analyst. Both of them. Gentlemen, great to have both of you back with us. Sudarshan, how are things looking? We got a late surge yesterday, which led the Nifty to end above 18,400, and we're about 1% away from all-time highs. How would you approach things?
Good morning, Prashant. See, if you're a positional trader, which means if you want to keep a Nifty position for days and weeks, and you should be having at least part of your position in that way, then you just hold on to the index. Hold on to a long position in the index, use options so that the value of the option itself becomes an intrinsic stop loss for you, and ignore the up and downs that happen day to day. But for short-term traders, which is the segment which we primarily address, which I am also mostly a short-term trader, the market is giving a sense that around 18,400, 500, it's probably getting a little nervous. So we should be long, but we should now keep a tight position, tight stop loss, and that tight stop loss is yesterday's low, which is about 18,280. So 18,280 is the point below which I think I will close my long positions. Till then, I will stay long, and if you don't have a long position, go long because you have a clear stop. Okay. Almost the same view applies to the Bank Nifty, but the Bank Nifty has been a little bit of an outperformer, so you would prefer to have a wide 300-point stop there for your entries.
Got that. So 18,280 is the level to watch on the downside. Mitessh is also with us. Mitessh, the market has paused a bit around these levels. You reckon that the buy on dips is a strategy that will continue to work, or are you a bit cautious now? And what's your view on the Bank Nifty?
Yeah. Good morning. My belief is that buy on dip should work. The idea is that the overall trend and the bias is on the upside. And whenever you get a dip, which is seeing the index come back to support levels, that will be a great entry point. I think we've maintained targets of 18,480 and then 18,600. But eventually, I suspect we are getting closer to about 19,000 levels, given a few weeks of time. So in that sense, I think, declines, at least unless we get a reversal signal, I think all declines would be buying opportunities.
Okay, all right. Morning, Mitessh and Sudarshan. Mitessh, you go first. Give us your picks.
Nigel, I have more of buy calls today, despite the fact that the SGX is mildly negative. The first one is a buy on IGL with a stop at 425 for targets of 450. United Spirits or McDonald's gave a good breakout. That's a buy. Keep a stop at 890. Look for targets of 940 here. And Apollo Hospitals is the third buy call with a stop below 4550 for targets of 4725. The solitary sell call is Polycab. Keep a stop about 2650 for targets of around 2570.
Okay. Thanks for that. We'll slip into a quick break. We have to come back with the pre-opening rates. All right, before that, Sudarshan, what about your stock calls? What are you looking at today?